Hello, my name is Sam, and this is my 007 James Bond BloodStone review. I know it's very late, but I didn't have this channel up back last year, so let's review it. James Bond 007 BloodStone. So, for me personally, I love the James Bond, games. I thought they were brilliant. Russia with Love, Everything or Nothing, even GoldenEye Reloaded, but I can't say GoldenEye because I've never played it. But does James Bond 007 offer something new to the table? Yes and no. Some bits that I found were good, some bits were a little bit bad. Now, it's a bit of a mix. It's the mix and match package, if you like. But it does open in spectacular James Bond style, and I'm going to tell you what it is. Basically, James comes on parachutes onto a boat, killing every single person on it. And it's quite action-packed, and then it leads into an awesome speedboat chase, which was just awesome. And there's a lot of that in the game, I must say. There is a lot of explosive action, and one of my favourite bits was when you're driving through, you're driving, everything's exploding. It's in one of the Siberian missions. You're with Josh Stone in the car, and you're driving away, and there's just explosions of fire and everything just hovering over you as you're driving, and the visuals on that look absolutely stunning. So yeah, that is some good bits about James Bond. It has them signature James Bond moments, and them oh dear, what's going to happen next? And when I first saw a demo of it, I just thought, wow, I want to play this game. And I wasn't disappointed with it at all. I was disappointed with the little bits of it. Like, for me, I had to shoot this guy twice in the head. Seriously, I got him right in the head, shot him, but he didn't die, so I had to shoot him again. And sometimes playing it back then, I loved it, but then playing it now, only a few days ago, I played it just to see what it was, see if I felt the same about loving the game. It did feel different, The shooting for me back then it felt great, but now it feels a little bit unbalanced, because I've played other shooting games this year. I'm not saying I'm not ruling off James Bond, I'm just saying I felt the shooting was a little bit unbalanced now for some reason compared to last year when I first played it. But what I loved about the game was it felt like you were playing not just a game, but it felt like you were in a James Bond movie, if you like, he wasn't always carrying a gun in his hand. He was walking around and stuff and exploring the environment. And there were some bits where he didn't even have a gun at all. He was just there's an aquarium bit where he's just walking around in the aquarium. And I know these things sound stupid in that, but it really did feel for me, I wasn't just playing a game, I was also watching a movie at the same time. I also felt the bad bit was the gadgets. I felt like they just put, right, we'll have a smartphone, that's it, chuck it in. That's what I felt like, it wasn't exactly great. I thought they could have added way more gadgets in. I mean, you look at Batman, he's not even a spy and he has loads more gadgets than James Bond. You'd think that James Bond is the essential spy, he'd have loads of gadgets. But he only had the spy phone. I mean, yeah, the spy, I call it the spy phone, whatever it was. But that's it. All you did was to scan something, you either press the up button for whatever console you're playing on, or you just pressed a few buttons to activate something. That was it. I felt like, well, what do I gain from that? Add something a little bit more challenging to try and solve the puzzle, if you know what I mean. They could have done that. But I'm not ruling off James Bond, because it did have quite a good multiplayer. I played it last year, and it was, really good. It was different, and it was a nice break from other games out there. And I really did enjoy the multiplayer. It was better than I thought. The achievements, there's a lot of achievements to get in BloodStone. A lot of them, there's good match between multiplayer and single player achievements. And I'd say, is the game worth spending, I know how much it is now, I'd say about 20 quid, tenner. Is it worth spending that much on? If you really do love James Bond, definitely go and buy it. It is great, I find. It was a good game, with some unbalanced things, some good, some bad, you know. Just ruled out what's good, I thought, and what's bad about the game. And, yeah. Also what was good was the exciting cliffhanger type, which I'm not going to spoil in case you haven't played the game. But all it did say was, at the end, as the credits rolled, it says James Bond will return. So even though Bizarre Creations have closed its doors, there could be a possible sequel on the horizon. So yeah, is it worth spending 10, £20 on? If you're a James Bond fan, definitely. If you're not, save your money and spend it on whatever you guys want to. But yeah, it's a really good game, and I really enjoy it. You know, mixed and matched opinions about it. And if you want to try it, try it. And James Bond 007, BloodStone gets a 8 out of 10. Have a good Christmas, everyone, and I will see you in the new year. Take care.